Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Nicole and it's your girl
Ashley.
She's eating. I'm drinking some Coca-Cola.
I'm an ugly looker, like I said.
She's beautiful, right guys? But today we wanted to talk about, I was kind of thinking we do a video where we talk about either this, so you tell me what you want to talk about. Either misconceptions that you found that people have of you in the chair, because I have a few that I can name, so I think that'd be a good video.
Okay.
Or let's talk about ableism, because you've more educated me on that. Or do you want to say that for another day?
Another day. We do the first one.
Okay, so misconceptions. You have one off the top of your head? Because I can say one.
Go ahead.
1. People thinking we are sick. Moment of silence because it irks my nerves.
Well, I look sick, so I understand.
No, you don't. It irks my nerves. Like, 1, we're not sick. 2, I was never sick. I'm broken. 3, but I'm for real. 3, it's no get better. Like, when
Make
people...
it easier. It's not gonna get better.
I'm paralyzed.
There's no getting better.
It's not like I'm sick and you're saying get well, take medicine.
Yeah.
It is so annoying. So to everyone who's ever said get better, or even just like people on the street do this, they'll be like, I actually saw one of our neighbors one day, nice older lady. But once, like, because I hadn't seen her, and this was probably like a little bit like pushing the year. I had saw her when I was about to go to the store, and she was like, oh mija, you're sick. And that just like, but she was, she's a nice little old lady, so I was just like, I'm okay. And I kept rolling. But like, that irked my nerves. Like, does it irk? I don't know, it irks my nerves. I'm not sick, just saying.
Yeah. I'm not sick, I just broke my spine.
Yeah, we're okay over here. We're actually healthier probably than a lot of y'all. I'm sorry, but we are. Considering everything going on.
That wasn't nice.
Considering everything going on in the world, we are A1. Any other misconceptions that you would say people have of you in the chair? Or becoming disabled, newly disabled?
That I'm dumb.
Oh, so like that you're like
if they address you or like a caregiver or a friend, if I'm with a friend. That's your business.
I hate, because I go places with my friends. I leave with my friends, right, Ab? And
I do too.
I hate when we go into a store. I know I keep going like, because sorry, I had a lighter man. Hate when people don't address me. I'm perfectly capable of answering your fucking question. Excuse my French, but I'm perfectly capable of answering.
You're gonna make the things up.
Oh, I'm perfectly capable of answering the question, and I'm perfectly capable of like you handing me an item or talking to me about what I am asking. Like, that's what I don't get to. Sometimes I'll be the one to address a person, and they'll literally look at the person with me. I asked you the question. I did. Like, and and that's another assumption I hate to tie into that, is when people always assume that someone with you is your help. Actually, no. Not the case.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly capable of doing it myself. Yes, do people come with me to make life easier? Yes, but me and Ashley go to the store all the time with each other. And when we go to the stores, you could just sense and you can tell how awkward people feel. Like, they don't, like, even today we went to Walgreens. The guy, like, you could tell how awkward. I said no bag because Ashley had a bag. But obviously it takes us a little longer because she has to move up so I could put the things in the back of her chair. And then he like bagged it. Like, you could tell he felt kind of nervous. Like, I told him no bag. I like to save the environment, recycle. And he still gave us a bag. Like, he felt uncomfortable. You could tell, like, he left the items there for a while and it was taking us a little bit, maybe like 2 minutes. And then he started bagging it, but I wasn't even done paying yet. So it's like, why are you so uncomfortable? We're perfectly capable of doing what we just told you. Anyways, anything else? That's kind of what irritates me. Like, those 3 things. I can think of more probably, but right now, no. What about you?
I can't think of any more besides the dumb one. That's the one that really pisses me off.
I feel like when people see you in a chair,
And they feel sorry for you.
Yeah, don't feel sorry for us. We're Gucci over here, baby. I mean, we have our troubles, but just like anybody else. I mean, I don't want, and that's the thing, when we say that, I don't speak for myself. Tell me if you agree or not.
Okay.
That,
Can I drink?
yeah, that we, just Coke. That we,
That's not just Coke.
that we, what was I saying?
I don't know, bitch.
Oh. That we,
I look ugly.
my God, what was I saying?
Hold on.
Shit. Oh yes, don't, and that, oh, that's what I was saying. I, don't get me wrong, I don't want to take, that's what I was saying. Oh, thank you. Wow. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to take away the fact that disabled community does deal with more than the able-bodied person would deal with on a normal basis, and that's just facts. And I can say that's facts because I was an able-bodied person, so I can speak from facts. Like, I'm not making this up from experience. You know, from down to the way you use the bathroom, to how you go to sleep at night, to how you have to sleep at night, to, and that could be a whole other video. I say that all the time. I need to go back and read all the videos that I be saying I need to do. Watch. But
Gonna read her video.
so I don't want to take away from that, but at the same time, we're good over here. And we, in a lot of the disabled community, I don't, correct me if I'm wrong too in this, feel like they know their limits. Like, I know when I've had enough, like when I can't be out and about anymore, when it's like, damn, my disability is gonna stop me from going there because I can't today. As before, I probably would have been able to be on it, but I know my body aches.
My limits.
I know my limits. I can read it. But that doesn't mean that we are not just like you. We don't want to be invited to things. We don't want to feel sorry too. And that's another thing. How do you feel like when you go with friends of friends? Like, say you go with like a good friend and they have their friends, like, do you feel better when it seems like the person who approached you kind of did a little research on you? Or do you feel weird if they're weird?
What?
Like if they're odd with you, like they don't know what to do.
Yeah, because they're treating me like I'm not the same person. I'm the same person. I just have a wheelchair now. I just get around different.
Yeah.
Literally nothing about me has changed except the fact that I'm in a wheelchair.
And I think that's what a lot of people need to
I
understand.
have a couple scars, you know.
A couple scars over here, you know. Battle wounds.
A little bit uglier now, but that's the way.
You're dumb. But seriously, so I feel like
So ugly.
so now, like I said, because we just complained about all these misconceptions, let's say what they can do, what people can do that would erase that. Like, how would you erase talk to me? That's one, because we said people never talk to you. Talk to me.
Yeah. And to me, you should do that even if the person can't respond to you. To me, you should do that because you're talking to that person. And if someone's still there, like say me and you were out together and you were like unresponsive, whatever, they should still be like, what would you like to eat? And I could be like, she would like it's just a respect thing. Like, they're still a human.
Yeah.
And you have to think that they
probably, and like, if they're out and about in the world, chances are like something they know, like that's
they're aware.
Respect. Yeah, they're aware.
Probably. So just never assume, unless the person that's with them goes, oh, address me. They prefer if you address me. Other than that, address that person first. It's better to be that kind of respectful than to be rude, right?
I like that, Ab. Look at you.
Snaps for me.
Thinking just stop. There's so many different disabilities and so many different ways that each disability has affected each different person. So you can't assume because you know one person with a certain disability that XYZ, all this, is just like the next person. You need to ask questions. I personally too know your audience, know who you're talking to. If you were to ask me, I'll be an open book. You know, I'll make a joke about it. Might make you uncomfortable, low key. But I'm an open book. That's me. What about you, Ashley?
Same.
She's an open book. But there might be the next person with a spinal cord injury or another disability that won't be as open. So know your audience, because you know. Like, I know, like, you know your friend group.
Yeah, you know.
Body language. Know where you're invited. But also, don't assume. I feel like it's better to ask and be told, I don't feel comfortable asking that. answering that instead of you assuming, because a lot of,
and then just not like inviting them, or like when they show up you're not like prepared for like the things that you just assume like, oh, they're gonna
like ask. Like I actually respect, like we went to our cousin's house the other day and he was like asking questions like what we needed, and I respect that. Like thank you for caring. Like I already had figured it out beforehand because I didn't want to like do all that, but like thank you like for not assuming that like I'm not gonna go in your house just because I can't get inside. Like thanks for offering that I could go in, because there is ways. It's harder, but there's ways. You know what I mean? You need more help, but there's ways. And that's just one little example. There's so many more, but don't just assume. Anything else? I feel like we touched on a lot in a very short time. Right?
We did. We only been filming for 12 minutes.
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this
Short as fuck video.
Disabled Pride Month short AF video. My sister and I think we're gonna try to do a little more videos. Maybe I'll try to put 2 a week during this month, but we'll see.
Sometimes the way you say things, I'd be so confused. You just said we're gonna try to do a little more videos.
Do a little bit more videos about Disabled Pride Month, like around that topic.
I get what you're saying, but they won't know what you're saying.
So leave in the comments below any topics you want us to touch on, anything you want us to educate you on, and if we're not comfortable, like we said, we'll tell you we're not comfortable doing that. But for real, we're open books. We want to chat. We want to talk. I think we're going to talk about ableism next, because I actually have a few questions for Ashley, but I don't want to tell her them until we're on camera.
Why?
Because I want to just get your first response. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Again, hit that like button on this video if you want to see more videos like this, my dude. If not, I'm probably still going to film them.
Yeah, go follow me if you prefer to see just me and not her.
Yep. And don't forget to subscribe to Nikki Collette channel. I'm trying to think of a name change, trying to get her low-key to still be my partner in crime. So leave in the comments below if you want that. Binge watch my videos. We know you're half on lockdown. Not a lot's going on lately. I know the world's open back up, but still, the world's kind of slow. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Peace.